Hi there Capricorn, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me Anisa from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love general messages as a general reading, so the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for a personal reading with me, okay? How are you guys doing, Capricorn? So in this reading, Capricorn, is going to be a universe system format. It's going to be a universe system format. So I'm going to be pulling card about who is it that we're going to be talking about today and what their current energy is like. Your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I am also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? I feel that this connection between the both of you, right, has really pushed them to start having the courage to look within themselves. Because I feel that after the things that you've gone through together, it kind of like pushes them to study more about themselves from a spiritual point of view or from a psychological point of view. But they are truly trying to understand what is it about their attachment style that hinders them from connecting with another, with their romantic partner, and also with other people in their lives. Because I feel that this person sometimes feel a bit intimidated by you, because it seems as if like you always get your ish together, right? Like you always have your emotions in check. It almost seems to them as if like you are very fluent or you're very good at expressing yourself, that there's something about that quality of yours that usually intimidates them in some ways. But they do see you as an inspirative figure so that they could learn more about themselves, so that they could learn to be much more expressive with their emotions, how to communicate very efficiently and effectively when it comes to their emotions, and how to handle and regulate their emotions better. Now, in terms of this person's current energy right now, they truly wants to, it's like, when you go to school and you know what type of subject you are going to learn and you are very excited to learn about it, but yet you don't really know what the subject is all about. There needs to be this learning process, you know what I mean? Now, when it comes to this person do want to work it out with you. This person do want to collaborate with you. They do want to show up in front of you as a figure who is very trustworthy, who's very reliable and all of those stuff, but they don't know how to do it. Like for some reason, your energy in the present moment kind of like pushes them to get their ish together and start showing up more in the way that you wanted them to be, but they just couldn't know how. They don't know how to do it because it's not something that they have done before. So it's something that is very new. Okay. Now in the past, they have the 10 of Cups and also the 5 of Pentacles. From your side, you have the Ace of Pentacles and you also have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel that when it comes to this person, you see the potentials in this, right? Like you felt that, if I were to be investing within this connection, with enough with enough persistencies and consistencies, this is going to turn out into something that could potentially be a long-term partnership or something that you would really like. And you showed up within this connection with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Like you're trying to provide with like a lot of active services. You're trying to nurture them. You're trying to be there for them. You're trying to always be supportive of them in terms of practical things. However, although they do like it, okay, they do like it, especially with the 10 of Cups, they finally found somebody who could emotionally appreciate them in somewhat, but they have the 5 of Pentacles right next to it, which means that there is something here about their attachment style or something about this connection that kind of like triggered their wound of sometimes in their past, that type of relationship didn't work out the way that they wanted it to be. So it freaks them out a little bit, that type of vulnerability, that type of like availability freaks them out a lot because in their past, maybe with their parents or maybe with their childhood friends, 10 of Cups, the feeling of togetherness, the feeling of like collective happiness usually disappoints them. So because people who are rarely happy when they're presented with happiness, usually they freak out over it because their past trauma starts to come to the surface. Like, okay, at that time when I felt that I was safe and happy, turns out I wasn't. And that's exactly what happened to them in the past. Now, in the present moment, you have the Knight of Wands and also the Queen of Swords. From their side, they have the Emperor and also the Ace of Wands in upright position. I feel that right now you're trying to set your standards high, right? You know what you deserve. You know exactly what is it that you would like to have in life. And there is this newfound optimism that you're finding right now where, okay, I'm going to go with the flow and I'm going to seek adventures. I'm going to be doing everything passionately and with a lot of funness in it. Now, because of you setting those standards, because of you setting those bars really, really high, it kind of like gave them the idea about like, okay, maybe that's exactly that kind of person that Capricorn wants me to be. Maybe that's exactly what type of person that is going to be beneficial not only for my relationship with Capricorn, but also with myself. So now, again, as I said, they are in this energy of wanting to get their ish together. They want to get their life sorted out from all of aspects, right? Now, in the future, they have the Ace of Swords and also the Eight of Pentacles. I feel that in the future, once they start to now, because right now you have all of the fire elements. So right now you have all of this passion or the eagerness of wanting to do that, but it hasn't manifested enough into an action or an action plan. Once they start having this action plan, I feel that in the future, you would hear from them and you would start seeing them being much more consistent and being much more persistent in building this connection, which I find that in the future, you are going to be faced with an options, whether you want to go for it, whether you don't want to go for it. And I feel that in the future, you're going to decide, but we're going to clarify what position it is, okay? So without further ado, Capricorn, let's get into your reading and let's start clarifying them. Okay, I want to clarify the Knight of Wands from your side first. Okay, so I think one of the biggest challenges within this connection also has a lot to do with, let's say, for instance, astrologically speaking, maybe your Mercury or your Mars is having a hard aspect, either a square, an oppositions, or, your Mars doesn't see one another. Because I feel that because here's the thing. You feel that you're the stable one. You feel that you're the one who got their ish together, which I agree. In terms of Pentacles, you got your ish together. And you don't really like the way they do things. You feel that they're sometimes too selfish. They're sometimes too egoistical. They sometimes feel overbearing and they're quite impulsive in their nature. And you don't like the way they do things. Now, for them, they feel that I want to be communicating something with Capricorn, but every time I would like to communicate something with Capricorn, I don't know why, but it always makes me feel like I have to defend myself at all time. So there is a little bit of a hostilities when it comes to seeing each other's ways of doing things. And that can become quite problematic because once you start questioning, like, why are you doing things like this? You start questioning what are their intentions, what are their motives, especially if you have a lot of water placements. Okay, now let's clarify. Because I feel that what you yearn for in this present moment is everything that is earthy, is everything that is just stable. You don't want a passionate roller coaster-ish type of relationship. What you would like to have is something that is just stable. And I feel that at this present moment, Capricorn, and I feel that in the month of June, you guys are going to be learning like a lot of lessons about your failed relationship. Again, relationship could be with a romantic partner, but it could also be about, your failed relationship with your parents, your failed relationship with your friends, your failed relationship with your past persons as well. And through that, I feel that you are going to be setting the bar even higher than usual. Now, in this present moment from this person's side, once they get their emotions all together, I feel that right now both of you are just learning about each other as a person, right? You're not learning about them, but you're learning more about yourself. And so do they. They're not learning about you, but they're learning more about themselves and why they do behave a certain type of way. And why is it that, sometimes attachment or emotional attachment with somebody scares the hell out of them as well. Now, once they get all of it together, that's when I see them actually having that eagerness of wanting to work things out with you again. Now, let's clarify the future, Capricorn. I feel that at some point in time, Capricorn, in the future, this connection no longer interests you, because I feel that you have finally concluded on your own that you are just supposed to be focusing a lot more on your independence, on of your securities and your stability in life and all of that. The more that you guys are withdrawn, the more interested, this person becomes. The more that they would like to talk it out with you. Yeah, I feel that from now on until the O season this year, you're just going to be working really hard on your playful nature. What I mean by playful nature, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a playgirl or playboy all of a sudden. No, it's more about working hard on having those eagerness to enjoy life, to be much more optimistic, to be less stress-free, I would say. From this person's side, I do feel that this person is going to work hard on you a lot. Although there's going to be a brief period of them waiting on what is going to transpire, at some point in time, your determinations to put like a standard higher for yourself is going to trigger this person to want to do something with you and wants to talk it out with you. Now, that is the choice that you're going to be having to make in the future, Capricorn. Which side of you would you like to choose? Whether you would like to choose your independence or you would like to choose to have an emotional talk with this person. But I feel that, now here's my advice for you. There is a lot of possibilities of you to have an emotional talk with another person and also remaining to focus a lot more on your own. Just so you know, life doesn't always have to be black and white, but it could also be in gray, right? Because I feel that you would find like a lot of healings should you have those talk with them. Have that talk without having to expect anything. Have that talk just to, get things out of your chest without expecting for some changes from them, without expecting some actions planned for them, but just do it for you. You've been focusing a lot more on doing things for you. Consider this one as doing it for yourself instead of for them, okay? Now let's pull some advice card for you here, Capricorn. Because if you're expecting this person to do something, once you have that emotional talk, I feel that you are probably going to be a bit disappointed because, again, when we learn something new, our old habits still persist sometimes. It's hard to let go of those old habits, right? So I still see the habit of sabotaging. Okie dokie. 8 of Swords, Knight of Wands, and also the Lovers in upright position. I feel that at this present moment, what you need to be doing right now is to free yourself from all of the stresses that you're doing, okay? Your soul right now needs help, and the only person that could help it is you. Release yourself from all of the mental anguish, from all of the stresses, from all of this subconscious block that you're in. Swords talks about thoughts. So the only thing that imprisons you right now is your thoughts. If you want to get out of it, it means that you need to start disciplining yourself to change your habit of, overthinking. of constantly reminding yourself about what they've done to you, or constantly reminding yourself of your expectations of them. Try to let go of it, because the only thing that imprisons you right now is your own thoughts. Okay. And try to be much more playful in life, because understand that, again, you're not stuck in one situation. You're always have two ways that you could choose. This is the universe trying to remind you here. You're not stuck in one place. You could always choose another road, but you can go to that other road only if you choose to do so. Okay. And again, remember, Capricorn, the only person that could free you from this is you. Maybe some of you would like to hear it from this person, the validations of the fact that this person has hurt you, right? Like, for instance, this person has hurt you so much and you want them to know how much it has affected you. But what good could it be doing to you? Like, you've endured the hurt, you've experienced the hurt. Do you still really need a validation from them that, yeah, you know what, Capricorn, good job, you're hurting. Now I know that you're hurting. No, they know what they're doing. They know the consequences of their actions. Stop wanting those external validation to be saved, or to be, I don't know what it is, just that external validation. The only person that can save you right now is yourself. Okay? So I think that is it for my reading for you here, Capricorn. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.